What's good, my friend? Welcome to another video. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ted and I talk bass. This channel is all about tips, tricks, and tutorials for what I like to call the blue-collar bass player. If that's you and you like this content, why don't you consider subscribing? Buttons down there somewhere. Today I'm going to talk about the power of repetition and particularly a practice hack that I started using in college, particularly when I was preparing for my junior and senior recitals. I can't remember which practicum teacher I had to give credit for this. It was either Glenn Richmond or Pat Klobus. Shout out to both of those guys. Love you both. Miss you both. But anyway, here's the idea. The idea is to play something, if you're working on a passage, to play that passage 7 times. Once you have got it down 7 times, right, then you move on, either adding the next phrase, bumping the tempo, or something like that, right? So a lot of times we get our metronomes out and we just want to go fast or whatever. So what I'm going to use as an example, there's a great band here in New Orleans called the Crooked Vines. Steve Schwartz is one of the band leaders, one of the co-founders of the band. Anyway, they've got this song that isn't out yet, but you heard me playing a little bit of it in the beginning, Lindsey Smith on vocals. And there's a part in the song that is sort of like, to me, akin to a Bach. It's Bach-esque, right? It's got a very Etude sort of a feel to it, but it's a very specific line that he wants. And so it is a little bit tricky. Let me show you the line, and then I'll show you how that relates to this concept that I'm talking about. Right, that's the line. You know, this bass is 34.5 inches, which is cool for my hand size and my height and all that stuff, but it's still a bit of a stretch. If I were playing the Mike Lull behind me, it would be even, I would have to do a lot more moving because that's a 35. But anyway, that's another story. But this, let's take this part. Sorry. If I'm isolating that part, so really we're talking two concepts here, isolating and this concept of playing it 7 times fast. Now, I'm going to isolate this part. My goal is to play it 7 times fast. Not 7 times fast, 7 times correctly. If I play it 6 times and get to the 7th time, let me look at you. If I play it 6 times, right, and then play it incorrectly on the 7th time, then this is the challenge for myself. Then I have to start the count over, right? When you do it like that, I'm telling you, it gets stuck in your psyche, right? So this is the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so when I can play it 7 times correctly and talk over it, now I'm paying attention to, now this challenge and this work comes in after I've figured out what I'm going to do with the right hand and listen to my muting and blah, 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 blah. All those different things, right? So now there's other pieces to this. After that part, which is that pattern moves up. So I'm playing G, F, F, C, D, F, G, A. right? Man, my brain is not working today. Then I'm moving that same pattern. So I may take that idea and I may put that through the same process that I put the other part. So I isolated the first part, made sure I repeated it, then I isolate the second part. Then I take that whole idea and then I might put that together to make sure that I can do the whole thing, right? And I still haven't gotten up to the actual tempo. It's not much faster than that, but you know what I mean? Also, if I'm, so I'm doing some gigs with them coming up. And the thing is when you're doing live stuff and you're shedding that, I suggest once you get it down to bump the tempo, because you never know what's going to happen on stage and it'd be maybe way faster. So it's always cool to test your limit. So oops, I was going to talk to you. That's why I messed up that time. So let me do that. Let me start that again. One, that's one time. That was two. Okay, so there I goofed, right? And partly because I was about to talk to you. That's why I goofed that time. But you get what I'm saying, right? Isolate. Play it slow. I didn't start off, That's a cool little etude, actually. You could do that you can do something like that in fours. Oops. Right, you can do that in fourths, go around. Yeah, that's a cool little etude, Steve. So anyway, isolation, repetition, then challenge yourself. Can I do it 7 times? Oh, you could set whatever number you want, right? You can set whatever number you want and then challenge yourself to play it that many times correctly. Because to me, it becomes then like sort of a meditation, right? You're concentrating on that one thing, and then it just becomes second nature. Yeah. So I'm just taking the same idea and just moving it, right? So anyway, that is my tip for today. I'm going to probably put this out before the other videos that I edited just because it's so fresh. But thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. If you're interested in more videos like this, tutorials and whatnot, there's a playlist up there. There's a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you on the next one. As always, peace. 2 fingers.